customers.
Try the newest, cheapest, and fastest delivery na express service. Introducing Moto Express PH. You can now leave your shopping and delivery needs with us without much exposure and interaction to people outside. Mapa-grocery items, medicines, foods, and other essentials and halal-certified products, kami na ang mamimili at maghahatid sa'yo. Sinisigurado na ligtas, in good and quality condition ang mga pabili o orders sa delivery service na iyong i-avail. Para sa maayos at mabilis na delivery at order mo, ipamoto mo na. Download Moto Express PH app through Google Play that is built to deliver beyond your expectation. Tara na dito sa Moto Express. Dahil moto mo to.
Are you craving for some milk tea and donuts but you're watching your diet? Good news! You can now enjoy a healthier and superbly delicious keto milk tea and donuts here at Winkle Milk Tea and Winkle Donut. Has fewer calories, so it's good for the health and diet conscious and controlling weight. Why choose Winkle Milk Tea and Winkle Donut? The first halal certified milk Winkle Teas and Winkle Donut in the Philippines. The first healthy keto milk tea franchise in the Philippines. FDA approved. Uniquely infused milk tea flavors with high quality ingredients and premium taste. And if you want a healthy and refreshing franchise opportunity, a competitive healthy blended milk tea and donut franchise awaits you. We have business opportunity options you can choose from. Online seller, micro franchise, unit franchise, master franchise, international franchise. Order via our Facebook page, Winkle Tea and Winkle Donut, or contact 0995-551-4380 to experience this happiness in a box with your favorite Winkle Milk Tea and Winkle Donut.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you on how to register in our platform. Firstly, you need to click www.ejasmine.com. This is how our platform interface looks like once you click www.ejasmine.com. As you can see, on the top right corner, click the login or register button. You will see two options, which is login button and register button. If you already have an account, just simply fill in your details. But if you does not have an account, click the register button and fill in your details requirement. If you are interested for becoming a vendor, you can click become a vendor button below. For vendor registration, you need to complete the details requirement. If you have halal certificate, you need to upload it on this section. Last but not least, once you have completed all the detail requirements, just click the register button. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, world. Good morning, virtual world. I'm Ismail Abaya, and welcome to Usapang Halal here in the Philippines and to the world. And let's welcome my partner direct from Malaysia. Let's welcome Brother Fakhir. Assalamualaikum, brother.
Waalaikumsalam.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm fine. You have a very nice background, huh?
Yes, today I already declared I'm in the new studio. Collaborate with RMR Fitra is one of the entrepreneur here, and they have a very nice studio. Then I think it's a very lucky for me and also for Usapang Halal. So we are together in this program for today, Mr. Ismail Abaya. Okay, for me, Mr. Abaya, I think, of course, as a plan, we have a topic for today for the halal development of halal product development is from rural to global. And at the same time, as you see in my background right here, is now today we have a special event also, and we are collaborate together with Usapang Halal. is a SME under its SME Corporation. Is one of the agency in Malaysia, and I will introduce soon. But today is they are doing we call it SME Weeks. So SME is stand for Small Medium Entrepreneurs. Is to handle all the small medium and also for the micro entrepreneurs. So I think it's very related to our topic for today. Is talking about halal. Product halal development. And of course, we have so many. It's a item. It's a item that we have to discuss for today. And I think for me, I will share about this SME Corporation, and then of course, the topic for today is for to go to global. And then I hopefully Mr. Ismail have a sharing from the Philippines. Is what Mr. Ismail doing right now to develop. Focus on halal industry in the Philippines. So I think start from your side, Mr. Ismail. Is yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Direct, can you focus the, dito lang ako sa gilid para malaki. We can see the background of Brother Alpa. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, for the first, I think today, because it's quite new for me also in this studio, so
Congratulations,
it's
brother.
Yeah, it's really starting. Hard to. I can say that it's not as a normal, but it's a new. But I think it's a very good for our improvement in the Usapang Halal too. Okay.
Yes.
Unfortunately, today we have a guest to talk about their product. The product itself is starting from the micro entrepreneur. Then they already developed and get a halal certification. But unfortunately, the guest today is have emergency because some issue on their family. But it's okay. Okay, I think for the first question is I think because this is for mostly for Malaysian to see this we call it SME Corporation weeks. So what now? I think better we start from your side to introduce yourself in Philippines. So we hope as we know you are in the one association we call it a One Halal Association. So what is the mainly and the objective of this association to focus on what and I think target for your association? Okay.
Okay. So thank you very much, and I'm very excited because we have a new format now in Usapang Halal. Thank you very much, Brother Fakhir here. I'm Ismail Abaya. I'm the founder president of One Halal Association of the Philippines. We started 2017 after the Marawi Seed. Okay, so the main objective actually is very simple: to help the victim of the Marawi Seed, the war, to create livelihood. Okay, for the victim of the women entrepreneur, potential entrepreneur, conducting training, motivation for the victim because they're very depressed, to create inspiration and to entertain. The association is a group of leaders and potential leaders, micro entrepreneur, business women, businessmen, who are startup businessmen. Okay, micro, because we love micro. It's a combination of halal advocate and a Muslim entrepreneur. Meaning, halal advocate, it can be a Christian, non-Muslim, but they love to they love to support, uh, and creating product that is halal certified, because a non-Muslim can create, produce product that can be halal certified, by certifying it by the Muslim certifier. While the Muslim micro entrepreneur although it's halal, but they need to certify it by the Muslim halal certifier.
Yeah.
So our One Halal Association is a non-government organization. It's a private entity because as a private group, we can do many things in collaboration with agencies. The government agency is part of the uh, other activity. So our coverage is from farm to plate, farm to plate, because the source of raw materials is from farm. Okay, it can be fruits, vegetable, livestock, and other produced by the farm. Okay, we do also tourism in the farm because it's part of the halal ecosystem. Halal tourism, halal farming, uh, and next is the slaughterhouse. So although we have uh, uh, slaughterhouse in other areas, but not much in other areas. That's one of our challenge to create more slaughterhouse in any areas of Luzon besides Mindanao. Okay. Another is the warehousing and logistic. That's another challenge because seldom you will find a halal certified warehouse and logistics, especially the cold storage. Then the manufacturing group, okay, part of the industry of the halal ecosystem. We have lots of that, but most of them are multinational. Since our association focus on the micro entrepreneur, the advantage of the micro entrepreneur focusing on the niche market, they have the chance to penetrate the market as a halal certified product, because as you can see, many products are already in the world, but if your product is halal certified, I'm telling them there's a chance, a big chance of penetrating the market, the big market, especially the $1 trillion market of the halal industry. That's why many micro entrepreneur, especially startup entrepreneur, are now producing halal product. Okay, for export also. Another is the other industry. Sorry, other industry. It can be the hotel and restaurant. So many are now halal friendly or Muslim friendly or halal compliance restaurant, hotel, and coffee shop now in the Philippines. But there's another industry right now I'm focusing is the halal tourism, because halal tourism encompasses everything. Once you develop the halal tourism, you need accommodation, okay, you need logistic, you need transportation, you need raw materials, meaning you need the halal ecosystem to create halal tourism from the farm to plate, because they need raw materials so that they can have food for the tourists. Another is the franchising, halal franchising. This is a very unique industry because you seldom find a halal franchise concept in the Philippines. Most of them are non-halal. Okay, so if you can create a business that can be offer to somebody who has no knowledge of running a business, franchising is the easiest way to start as a businessman, because the franchise industry offers business system, it has brand, trade name, and it has a turnkey operation. Very easy for people who has a little money but don't know how to operate a business. Because if you're going to start a business, you know naman, it's a trial and error system that you will encounter, or you will it will be a challenge to start a business, because you will start from zero. Unlike in a franchise business, you can you can have a business system that is ready for you. You have all you have to do is to follow it. You have advisor, sorry, the advisor, which is the franchisor, the owner of the concept, that will guide you from opening to closing. So that's the wonder of halal franchising. Okay, so the One Halal Association actually are conducting halal awareness from the farm to plate in any industry, because we believe, since Philippines is in the infancy stage compared with Malaysia, which is the benchmark of the halal industry worldwide, education is very important. If we're going to educate the people, okay, they will have a inspiration and motivation to start this, because you can guide them uh, how to start any business pertaining to halal industry. It depends for them. It depends on them, whether in the are they in the farm industry, in the warehouse industry, in processing industry or manufacturing, in the horeca, hotel and restaurant, and other industry. Even because in the Philippines, there's a big industry of franchise industry, okay, and tourism. And also, there's a big industry in the Philippines of import export. So, if you're going to conduct seminars, halal awareness seminar, they will know that there is an opportunity in the halal industry. In fact, it's $1 trillion industry. That's why from 2017, after the Marawi seed, from a simple objective of conducting a livelihood training to the victim of the war, we are now, okay, created a concept of one halal store, which is franchise, meaning a one halal store is a mart or groceries, not really a supermarket, but you can find everything inside halal. Okay, so and now also because of the pandemic, it's a blessing to the halal industry in the Philippines, because we were able to create a online store or virtual or marketplace, not traditional marketing, which is the physical, but now we are now combining the traditional face-to-face business with a online business. And we created also the first halal mobile delivery app in the Philippines, where you can open your cell phone or smartphone and shop online, or window shopping online, and you can pay online also and deliver on your doorstep the product or services that you want to buy online. So because of the technology and pandemic, we are now happy to say that we are connecting our micro entrepreneur. Unlike before, we cannot get the product from north to south to west east, because we're limited to physical business. But now, because of online, we can now connect our product from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, even in Malaysia, and vice versa. That's a good thing of what's happening after 3 years of the One Halal Association and of the Philippines. And also, because of the pandemic, we were able to establish this media platform, the Global Pinas TV 168. We are now helping the micro entrepreneur and creating content that is very educational, very inspirational, very entertaining also. We are the first online TV channel to create halal chef cooking international food, because right now they know that that halal is not just an ordinary food. It can be an international food. It can be American food, hamburger. It can be Italian, pizza, spaghetti. It can be Malaysian food, it can be Korean food, Japanese, and it can be vegetarian food. So now, because of this medium, the Global Pinas TV 168 and other affiliate channel, we will able to show through cooking. Ah, and thanks to our international celebrity halal certified chef, Chef Mayumi, he was able to explain, excuse, to them that halal is for everyone. It can be
Yes.
it can be eaten by anybody, and it's healthy, it's clean and safe. Okay, so another content that we were able to produce here is the Sharia batas and Sharia, meaning the ordinary law versus the Sharia law. So thanks to our Sharia lawyer, Councilor Noor Hernandez, and his delegate. They were they're now educating the public that what is Sharia law and the normal traditional law of any country. Another is other show like this Usapang Halal with my partner, brother Al Fakhir. Uh,
Yes.
they're now being inspired that, oh, there is somebody that will help us, especially the
Yes.
Philippine micro entrepreneur, because they can hear some tips and points with Malaysian NGO like Brother Al Fakir that,
Yes.
oh, this is the right way to do it because we need guidance from the benchmark of the halal industry and many
Yes.
other things, brother. We have
Yes.
lots of shows, almost 50 contents. It's a daily
Mm-hmm.
show. And another important thing that we were able to create, brother, we
Yes.
were able to create a live selling, which is the TV shopping. We
Mm-hmm.
have halal TV shopping Philippines, we have halal TV shopping Malaysia, because right now we are limited to our vicinity of our home. We what
Mm-hmm.
we need to promote, we need to sell our product, and the only way to do it is online. Other platform, it can be any social media platform, but it's the best thing that you can show it in the this platform of online TV. The traditional TV is very effective, the TV shopping, but now because of the technology, is it is easy to present your product even if you're a startup entrepreneur, limited budget, limited resources, micro entrepreneur, because it's very affordable to present your product using this kind of platform, the halal TV shopping. And hopefully we can create many more, brother.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. I think it's very good sharing in terms of what is the doing now as a president of One Halal Global in Philippines. So I think I still remember when I was the first time in your program. Even I can say I'm very lucky, but at the same time I'm very yeah. Sometimes what is I want to talk in your program, but as soon when we are now in Usapang Halal, I think it's about 6 months, more than 6 months. I think we have quite many topic that we have discussed, and today, of course, we are very lucky. Also, we are now is SME, weeks and together, of course, actually, we are here from. We are from now. I live from the we call it RMR Fitrah Management in Sanakan Sabah. I think this is one of the company that involved in this. We can say the online, mostly online. They are starting to bring the entrepreneur to promote their product, and they have also the halal. Not also halal. Focus on halal also, and at the same time they have also a support. Our entrepreneur to go more in terms of consultation and many things that they have done here. And I'm very lucky today. Today we have in this studio to make it this Usapang Halal as a more proper, and also the next is of course for the Halal TV channel. I think what is make me very interested in your talking about today is of course you are set up is a global Pinas TV 168. It's only I can say this only for home for entrepreneur. I think it is one of the good thing that how that we can bring our local product to the global. It's one thing because in the panic crisis, I think this way is the only way that we can survive through is online. We can do the online shopping and rather. So okay, I think before we go to the next question, I think I want to introduce. Of course, after that I have a question to Mr. Ismail Abaya. But today it's very special because it's SME weeks. So I will introduce actually SME Corporation Malaysia is the Central Coordinator Agency (CCA). It's under the Ministry of Entrepreneur Development and Cooperative that coordinated the implementation of a development program for small and medium enterprise across all the related ministry and agency, and it acts as the central point of reference to research and data exploitation on SME and entrepreneur, as well as provide business advisory services for SME. So I think, this session also, of course, in Malaysia we have this agency to guide our entrepreneur. Especially, I can see in but in the Malay version, it's a Sokong Local, Sokong PKS. So that means is to support local and also support PKS. PKS is SME. So what is SME done in to develop our entrepreneur to go to global. But of course, today we are specialized in the halal industry. So my question to you, Mr. Ismail, is the one. Of course, you are as an NGO. So any, you do any collaboration with your government to develop, halal industry in your country?
Yes, actually, the good thing about when we started our NGO, many government agency like Department of Agriculture, we have a focal person that is in charge on the halal farming, on how to integrate halal technology in the farm, and in the Department of Tourism, they're now helping other industry, hotel industry, restaurant, and also farm industry, because there is halal farm tourism aside from normal tourism. So halal tourism, it composes of from the farm and other tourist spot nationwide. So we are collaborating with them. For the product development, there is Department of Department of Trade and Industry, because they are the one who are helping the micro entrepreneur and export guidance of their product, produced product. For the for the Department of Science and Technology, they are helping product development to improve the technology on processing and other things. Okay, so that's and also the National Commission for Muslim Filipino and other agency also, they're regularly conducting halal awareness. For us naman, we conduct halal awareness focus on the halal business development. And for information also, I have my a a business entity, which is the One Halal Global. One Halal Global focus on business development consultancy, marketing consultancy, franchise consultancy and development, and import-export consultancy, and other consultancy focus on the halal business development. Because right now in the Philippines, you cannot find any modesty said, you cannot find a company that and a consultant focus on halal business consultancy development. We're happy and blessed to be. I'm a before my conversion or rebirth into a Muslim medium. I was a retired business consultant, and my expertise is marketing, franchise development, being a franchisor, and I help when we started the franchise industry way back 1997. I was one of the pioneer franchisor, and I was one of the pioneer who helped the micro franchise industry, the street food industry. So, because as you can see, many franchise business that's being offered worldwide are big franchise concept. You know that, di ba? There is a hamburger chain, there's a pizza chain, but I believe not everybody can afford it. And also, there is a chance for the street food industry, the micro entrepreneur that started from the street. That's why it's street food. Normally, the micro entrepreneur started selling their product from the street, brother. You know naman, di ba? And street food are a tourist spot also, brother. Even in China, in Malaysia, I go to tourist spot which is a street food because you will see the culture and tradition in the street. You cannot find it in the restaurant or hotel. You go to the street food corner, which is a tourist spot. You will find, you will eat, you can eat traditional food, the real food that you can eat. So it's a tourist spot also. So, excuse me. So that's where I started. 25 years ago, I've been in the industry for 25 years before my retirement. So from the corporate world. So after my retirement, I for 10 years I've been doing broadcasting. That's where I got to know how to do things like this kind of broadcasting. Sorry, somebody is calling. Yeah, sorry. So that's why I was able. If you were going to ask me, how did how did you? Sorry, there's somebody. How were you able to know this kind of thing on broadcasting? So after my retirement, I was called to be one of the producer of franchise barter business to share my learnings of business development, marketing consultancy in TV and radio. Before I'm just conducting seminars, the regular seminars in the hotel, in the concert area, or seminar room, conference room. I was lucky to conduct my. I was lucky enough to conduct my sharing of business development marketing consultancy on TV and radio at that time for 10 years before my calling because of the Marawi Shield. So I come up with a marketing strategy on how to develop the halal ecosystem from farm to plate because that's the only way to develop the halal industry in the Philippines. You have to start from the step one before you can go to the final step. That's the halal ecosystem because you cannot just uh, do things from the halal certification, halal production, okay,
Yes.
or just doing the halal farming, producing halal product from the farm. You have to, you have to create a balanced ecosystem before you can uh, establish
Yes.
uh, the
I can say
the
yes.
industry.
in halal product, we have so many halal product, Mr. Ismail. I think it's a depend on the entrepreneur that what is they have to done. And but I think when we talk about the penetrate market, especially because today is a special with this our SME, entrepreneur in Malaysia. And before that, thank you very much for Mr. Ahmad Chong, now watching from the Jizan Arab Saudi, Mr. Ismail. And Doki Doki Economy, I think this is from Malaysia. So as we know, our Usapang Halal is a global, already global. It's look like from, I think you have also from Korea. And yes, luckily I'm also invited as a host for the Halal TV shopping in the Philippines. So I think the most important thing, I think what I want to ask you about the what is the demand right now in the, even in your local site, for the halal product in the Philippines. So is it a good demand right now based on your
The
experience
demand,
right now?
that's a good thing. Nice question and very timely. The demand of the halal product, not only globally, but only especially the Philippines, only in the Philippines market, is very high. Actually, we cannot cope up with the demand. That's the difference between the halal industry and other industry. Because I'm telling the business industry that for them, the traditional product, they're looking for sales because there's no demand. They have lots of production, supply, but there's no demand. Unlike in halal industry, where our challenge is the supplier because there's a big demand. You see, that's
Yes.
why I was able to convince many micro entrepreneurs or those people who are going to start their business. Look, in the halal industry, if you're going to produce ordinary product, you're looking for demand of buyers if you're a seller. But in the halal industry, if you're going to produce halal certified product or halal product, okay, it's a sure ball that there is a demand and you cannot cope up with the demand because the demand is very huge. If we're talking globally, it's so huge. It's a $1 trillion industry. That's
Yes.
why right now the demand in the Philippines alone is very high. We cannot cope up with the supply.
Okay. So I think when you said, I think Mr. Zwaya is very expert in the franchise since you start 97, I think. So I'm also very agree with you because we can see many franchise or franchisor in Malaysia, example, the big company like from USA, they open up their business in Malaysia through this franchising, concept like McDonald's, KFC. And last thing, I think from Philippines also, they have a jalebi. You still remember jalebi? I think it's about, but now it's still not non-halal. Focus on only franchising. But for in Malaysia, I think to start for all the because when we talk today is about talking about halal product development. That how that we can try. Of course, number one is we have to improve our product. It's number one in terms of quality. Then, of course, halal to get halal. For me, even based on the experience from the many founder or owner, of course, they have a step to get this halal. But once you get a halal, then you can go. For another for Malaysia, we have under Ministry or Health Department. They have a MUSTI and GMP and also has said this must be applied by this entrepreneur to go for the global. This is what is the preparation. But when we talk about halal for today, how is about in Philippines? How many entrepreneur that already involved in this halal certification? Is it based on your figure? In Philippines right now. Because I know they have so many products also from Philippines selling in this our Malaysia. They have already halal logo based in Philippines. Also, they get a Malaysian halal logo. So how about that, Mr. Ismail? How many?
Actually, for the multinational, before we started this thing of halal ecosystem, one halal, based on my research, most of the multinational owned by non-Muslim multinational producing coffee, producing biscuit, producing milk. Okay, they're already exporting globally.
Yes.
What I'm saying is the micro entrepreneur, the MSME, are just uh, starting to produce halal product. So as you can see, most of the non-Muslim countries also like New Zealand, Argentina, are exporting beef or dairy product to the Muslim countries. But if you will ask the micro entrepreneur, some of them don't know the opportunity. If you're going to produce a product that is halal certified, there is a big chance of penetrating the halal market because as you can see, if you're producing, if you're going to start a business that is being produced, let's say example, you're going to produce coffee. There's a big multinational company already producing coffee. So how can you penetrate? You're just a small enterprise. But if you're going to produce halal certified coffee, you can you can you have you can penetrate and there because you can penetrate the market because you have a niche market because if for the Muslim it's obligatory to buy halal certified coffee compared with the famous brand of coffee. So that's the thing that we're doing or conducting halal awareness with the micro entrepreneur. So the micro entrepreneur are just starting, but the multinational in the Philippines, they're exporting. If you can see product from to Malaysia that is being came from the Philippines, it is produced by the multinational.
Yes, I agree with that because I think for me they have two kind of entrepreneur. As you say, it's a multinational. They already have a product. Then they have, to go to penetrate market like Malaysia. They have only to apply this product to become as a halal certification. But when we talk about SME or micro entrepreneur, I think you have to develop them. I think starting from the awareness why we need a halal. Sometimes if you focus on Muslim, of course, sometimes they say, I am Muslim and our product is halal. But how about they want to penetrate market to the global because when they only say that I am Muslim, I'm as owner, but even without any documentation, they cannot go. Even in local, our local, if we want to supply to a shopping mall, everything, of course, they need the halal certification for their product. So for me, it's halal is very important right now as a man. For global, it's a man. Demand because as we know, it's a global halal market is very huge, and I think from our Malaysian entrepreneur as of today, we have lucky we have a very experienced person like Mr. Survaya sharing for today in our SME weeks. And hopefully, of course, we try on local. To become as best in local to penetrate, but at the same time, we have to think about the global market because to grow the business is, I think, we have to focus in the big dreams. So the most important, I think, right now is to get your product to get halal. And for those who have already, the products that have to penetrate the market and then go to the get. Many networking like Halal Expo, everything, and of course, in this Global Pinas TV, soon we as a Halal TV Shopping Malaysia edition, we go on July as a daily basis, and hopefully to all the entrepreneur in Malaysia. I'm also a Fakhir has become a host in this Halal to be shopping. I will invite all of you to join us and promoting your product in this Halal shopping based in the Philippines. So, Mr. Abaya, I think maybe it's the last question for me to you. You have a plan with your team a team based on your have this one halal session to any to bring your product to Malaysia? I mean, to penetrate market Malaysia, because now you are starting. Is it? But is it you have a plan on that? So, any comment?
Actually, when we started the One Halal Association, one objective aside from conducting seminar, because they will many group, even the government are already conducting halal awareness seminar, and they want something, an action. That's why I created One Halal convenience store and its franchise, not only in the Philippines but globally. Why? uh, I can I can entertain investor in Malaysia to put one franchise store of one halal convenience store franchise. You know, similar to 7-Eleven, you know, the famous convenience store in the world is 7-Eleven. There is also Mini Stop and other convenience store. So I can entertain anybody in the world to part of the advocacy to invest to put up a one halal convenience store in Malaysia and any part of the world, whether it's a Christian nation or Muslim nation, because you cannot find a convenience store offering halal everything inside. And the good thing about it, after conducting and motivating them to produce halal product, we created a market. So the content of one halal convenience store is in the Philippines are 90% Filipino-owned product. But once you put it in Malaysia, you can put 90% Malaysian product in that one halal convenience store, and 10% from other countries imported product. When you put it in Singapore, all the product in Singapore are imported because they are not producing their own product. Most of the product there are Malaysian, Indonesian, China, and European countries. So that's why I call it one halal store, because any countries producing halal, we created a market. We created a physical store for them to be motivated that if I'm going to produce halal product, I cannot just put it in an ordinary mall or supermarket, because the certification will not be a what you call that, a big factor, because you're beside a non-halal product. And that's why the Muslims sometimes are checking item if there's a logo. But if you're going to go to my one halal convenience store franchise, okay, you are confident enough that the product there are really halal certified. And one thing more, most 101% of the store crew, the cashier, the sales lady there are Muslim, in a hijab. Priority is the hijab girl. In the Philippines, sometimes most of the women are not being accepted or being discriminated because they're using they're in a hijab or niqab outfit or costume. That's another advocacy of one halal store franchise. That's why I hope some of the viewers can uh, really help the advocacy of one halal association to put up one halal store franchise in their country, so that we can help producer of the micro entrepreneur, especially where they can put their product in that store, physical store. And that physical store will also solve the problem of, if I'm a coffee shop, restaurant, where will I buy where will I go to buy halal product from meat, processed meat, condiments up to the essential product? You cannot find a halal store in any area sometimes. If you're not going to go to the Muslim country, you cannot find a halal store. But if you're a Muslim or a halal advocate, you can show your support by buying or putting up one halal convenience store because it's a franchise. I'm sharing the concept idea to any person, whether a Muslim or Christian, to put up a one halal convenience store so that you can help many micro entrepreneurs put their product in there and also solving the halal supply chain globally.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. I think we have no time right now. So I think today, of course, we have a good topic in terms of halal, and hopefully next week we will continue on 4th July with the biggest event in this session also. And thank you for the viewers, and then thank you also for Mr. Ismail Abaya to sharing about the One Halal association and what you are doing based on. But I think even of course I'm a Malaysian, Philippine, so we can of course cooperate together to make a realize from rural to global. Because when we export together to bring a product to your country and your product to come to my country, I think it's become as a big market here. So thank you very much, and thank you also for the sponsor today, R&R Fitra Management, to give us this studio to using for Usapang Halal, and then also because also to give opportunity to Usapang Halal involved in this SME weeks. And thank you very much to all of you. See you next week. Okay.
Sukran.
Yes, thank you very much. See you.
Sukran.